VUCA might not be a term you're familiar with. It stands for volatility, uncertainty, complexity and ambiguity, and it's a term that was coined by the US Army War College to describe the contemporary battlefield. But it's crossed over to the contemporary business or work environment to describe a situation where there's constant, unpredictable change which becomes the norm. It feels like a pretty apt description of contemporary life, especially for the last 2 years. In volatile circumstances, the environment is unpredictable and information only becomes available as events unfold in real time. Think here of natural disasters, a global health crisis like the COVID pandemic, supply chain disruption, a data breach, a geopolitical tension like the war in Ukraine, or an ethical or PR scandal. You have to think on your feet, take decisions fast, and are unlikely to have ready-made plans for all eventualities. The bad news is, climate change threatens to exacerbate many of these issues, so in all probability, things are likely to get more volatile, not less. The good news, though, is that the COVID-19 pandemic gave us the best real-time simulation practice run that we're ever going to get. So step one for leading through volatility is to assume that crisis is part of the job all of the time. And in my job is to see it as an opportunity to learn, grow, adapt, and do hard things. I spent a lot of my last 5 years in the CEO role trying to find equilibrium, only to discover that in my line of work, maybe there isn't any. So breathe in and say it. Dealing with crisis is part of the job, and I'm going to get comfortable with it. I think of it like a new dance. I have to learn the new moves and find a new rhythm, and I have to stop trying to get back to some notion of a role of leadership that no longer and maybe never existed. More importantly, I have to lead the dance for the whole team and teach them the moves too, so they become more attuned to crisis and less overwhelmed.